Well, hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Wanted to go over the affiliate compensation plan in detail. I know I talked about this briefly on another video, but we'll go over all the different ways and the different details of the affiliate compensation plan. Now, one thing I want to make very clear is really there's two opportunities in this platform, right? There's the free opportunity where you can download the app from the App Store. I'll leave an invite code underneath this video if you want to use mine. But essentially, you can download a free app, use the app when you make purchases, earn cash back on yourself on purchases that you make, and you can earn on three levels, right? Three levels or three generations of users, right? As you share this with people, and it's very simple to share because it's free, right? And on top of that, who do you know that spends money at Amazon or shops on Amazon? Who do you know that goes to Burger King, right? Who do you know that gets orders food on Uber Eats, right? Or gets an Uber every now and then, right? Who do you know that shops, right? Who do you know that eats out, books airline tickets, books hotels. These are all the things that you can use this app to pay for, and you can get cash back. So of course you can share this very, very easily. And of course, people that you share it with, they're going to want to share with other people. So you can get a bunch of people on your first three levels and earn a little bit, right? I'm going to show you how much here in a second. You can earn a little bit, okay, but every time somebody spends money, and it's super duper passive. Why do I call this passive? Because you're not really, you're not doing anything for that for the rewards, right? In other words, you're not driving people to the store and watching them shop. You're not going to a restaurant with them and watching them pay their bill, right? You're not looking over their shoulder at their house as they shop on Amazon, right? Or grab an Uber, right? They're gonna live their life and do what they need to do, what they normally would do. You're gonna live yours, and then you can get rewards as people shop and spend money, right? And people are gonna spend money all the time. They need to buy gas for their car. They need to do a bunch of these things. So again, you can earn on those three levels. That's the free opportunity. Okay. There's also a paid opportunity, right? Or an opportunity where you can upgrade. I'm going to show you here some details on that. And by doing that, you'll open up four additional levels. In other words, you're going to earn on seven levels instead of three. And you're also going to be able to earn upfront CAB bonuses, right? Or customer acquisition bonuses and also back end residual income. Okay. So those, I'll show you the payouts and what that looks like here in a second. But that's what we're going to focus on in this video, okay? Because again, I don't really need to train you on, the free position because you just simply download the app from the app store, use an invite code, and then share set up your account, set up your invite code, and then share the app and share it with other people, and then just use the app, as you normally would. And then probably would be a good idea to plug people into the weekly Zooms that we have. And if you want some information on that, feel free to hit me up. I'll give you all the information, but there's Zooms every Tuesday, every Thursday. Okay. So we'll talk about the paid affiliate position. Before I do that, I do want to remind you guys that I am not a financial advisor. Never take anything I say as financial advice. No income guarantees, guys. Okay, this is business, and in business, there are no guarantees. Results will vary. You can make as little as you want or as much as you want. It's all going to be based on your efforts. Okay, so again, I'm not making any income claims, but I am going to show you some hypotheticals and potential of what you can, could potentially make for us, right? So you can, kind of wrap your head around it. So let's go ahead and run through some of these slides. Some of these slides I'll focus on a little bit more. Some of them I'll fly through a little bit. But the ones that I think, need a little time and, some explaining, we'll focus on that. Okay. So here's a good slide here. Okay. And again, if you want this as a PDF, it's as a single one page, hit me up over on Telegram. I'll send it over to you or shoot me an email. But this is great for, if you want to share it with somebody, let's say over a Zoom, or perhaps maybe you get together with somebody at Panera Bread or Starbucks or at Dunkin' Donuts and you want to have a cup of coffee with them and show them how this works. This one pager really explains it explains how everything works, and from from a concept wise, it shows people, how everything kind of flows together. So essentially, you load up or you download the app, okay, and then you load up your you fund your account. Okay. How do you do that? Either through Venmo, Zelle. You can actually walk into a bank and do a deposit. Probably the simplest and easiest way to do it is just use your credit card or debit card. If you do that, you'll see your funds on the app pretty instantly, right? Within a couple of seconds. And then you would just shop at, there's over 100,000 point of sale locations, either in person or online, plus gift cards, right? But you can shop like you normally would, right? At these different places, right? Famous Footwear, Amazon, right? Who doesn't shop at Amazon, right? There isn't a week that goes by where we don't have two, three, four packages that come in, right? I got a couple of kids that live out of state. Whenever they need something, they're like, "Dad, I need this. Can you get this for me?" I usually just order it on Amazon and have it shipped to them, or sent to them. So there's packages that they get all the time. So we're constantly buying stuff on Amazon. That's one of the things that attracted me to this. I said, "Man, I spend money at these places already. I didn't know I could earn cash back. Right? Let me earn some cash back a little bit. Even if I wasn't going to share this with anybody, I would still use the app, right? But I know that people need this, so we're going to be sharing this. We're going to be building over here. So anyway, Amazon, Lowe's, Uber, right? There's Uber Eats, Delta Airlines, hotels.com, Airbnb, IHOP, Cracker Barrel, Nike, Old Navy, Barnes and Nobles, Chipotle, Ralph's, Michael's, Maggiano's Little Italy, CVS, right? My wife is always at CVS, right, buying stuff, right? Cold Stones, the list goes on and on, right? So anyway, you would just simply use the app and pay for stuff as you normally would. Now, if you share it, and again, I would definitely encourage you to share it because people probably want to save money, right? And you can earn rewards, right? As a free user, you can earn on one, two, three levels, as I mentioned before, right? See, free app users earn 3 levels of friends and family. But then if you become a paid member, which I'm going to show you here in a second, you open up 4 more levels. And again, the difference is it could be quite staggering, right? Because again, as this grows exponentially, theoretically, you'll have more people on your 7th level than you'll have on your first level, just from the nature of how things grow, right? If you share this with 5 people, they share it with 5 people, they share it with 5 people, they share it with 5 people, just through a five who get five, who get five, who get five, who get five example. I mean, logic tells you that you're going to have way more people on your 7th level, right, than you do on your first level. So this can grow out big, right? Some of you guys are like, man, how much can you really earn from this? You're getting $1 here, 50 cents here, $2 here, 10 cents here, right? 9 cents here, 3 cents here, quarter. It's called micro transactions. Okay. As people use the app and they're shopping for stuff all day long, and you have a lot of people, right? It starts growing, regardless of what you're doing, right? It just starts growing exponentially. That's how networking grows. That's what happens with networking. All these little micro transactions, they add up at the end of the month, right? I mean, it can be quite significant, right? Um, you can have thousands of dollars worth of rewards, each and every month if this thing grows out. But again, you can earn on 7 levels, plus you'll earn on, like I said, residuals. You'll earn on cap bonuses, upfront. There's different pools that you can tap into. And then one thing I forgot to mention is a portion of your rewards. Now you can designate, however much you want to set aside for your favorite charity, but a portion of your rewards will go to your favorite charity. Salvation Army, Food Lifeline. I think there's over 100 charities that you can choose from. And if your charity of your choice isn't there, we can help you add them to the site. So this page goes over the concept, right? Um, Again, it's very easy to use. Download the app. Okay. Here you would just set everything up. As you can see, you can set up the percentage you want to give to your favorite charity. So you can set up 1%, 5%, 10%, 25%. You can even set up, customize, a certain number that you want. You can, if if you don't want to make money, you can set up 100% of your rewards. I don't think you're going to want to do that. I think you're going to want to, save some of your rewards. My point is you have the flexibility to set aside as little or as much as you want to your favorite charity. Okay, you become a giver. So here's the breakdown. I know I've showed this a couple of times already, but as a free user, right, you would share this and it starts to grow. You share with a few people who share with a few people who share with a few people. Next thing you know, you have a bunch of people on your first three levels, and you'll earn 0.5% on your first level, 0.5% on your second level, up to 1% on your third level. As a as a paid affiliate, if you upgrade, now you have the option to, if you have 250 points, right, or 200, you use 250 personal points yourself, you'll open up two more levels, right? So levels 4 and 5. And then if you have 500 personal points, right, like you're just using the app as you go, you'll open up two more levels. So you'll have 7 levels. And by the way, you might say, well, how common is it? Is it easy to get 500 points? Well, I mean, if you go to a dinner, right? If you take your family out to dinner, even if it's not to a fancy schmancy place, you're probably going to spend $100, right? Maybe a little bit more, right? If you go to Applebee's or Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that, Maggiano's, you're going to spend probably between anywhere from $100 to $150 on a dinner, right? So if you go to dinner once a week, and some of you guys go to dinner more than that, right? Some of you guys, order lunch, you order Uber Eats throughout the course of the week. But let's say you just go to dinner once a week on a Friday night or a Saturday night, right, with your family. And let's say you spend between $100 to $150 for the dinner. You go out once a week. At the end of the month, that's 500. Between 400 and 500, $600. So it's easy to accomplish this, is what I'm saying, right? And then again, if you throw on top, going out, some of you guys may go out for dinner more than once a week, lunches, Uber Eats, Ubers, you shop on Amazon, you shop online. I mean, gas, right? I mean, how much do you spend on gas, right? I fill up my tank, it's like 80, $85, right? If I fill up my tank once a week, I mean, that's almost $400 right there just on gas. So easily, right? So you can open up these 7 levels pretty easily, right? So again, D0, that's your personal rewards, right? So as you go out and shop, you're going to make 2% back, 2% cash back on your personal purchases. Here, app user, friends, and family, right? And then here is, you open up these levels if you become a business builder. Here's just an example, right? Let's say you go out there and you're sharing this with a few people. You have 10 users on your first level. They start sharing with a few people. You have 50 users on your second level. Let's say they share with, so this is a, you get 10, right? And those 10 share it with 5. You have 50 users. Those 50 share it with 5. You have 250 users. And let's say you're just earning, a couple of bucks here, a couple of bucks there. And this, you know, bare bones example, right? I think you can make way more than this. But in this bare bones example, you're making $82, right, in rewards per monthly. Let's say you have 10% set aside for charity. Now you have a couple of bucks. Guess what? You can use those rewards to maybe go to the movies, right? Buy movies, take your wife out to dinner or your spouse out to dinner. Maybe get some gas, right? So again, you're going to spend money anyway on these things. This is just a way for you to kind of utilize these rewards. Now, again, in my opinion, this is a really bare bones example. I think you can make way more than that. Because like I showed you before, people are going to be using the app to spend on stuff. It's not hard to rack up points because people spend money on, gas and, all sorts of things, right? Here's an example, the difference, guys, okay? You open up 4 more levels, right? This was the example on level 3, right? Let's say you open up the next 4 levels by becoming a paid member, and let's say the users you have on level 3, they share it with 5 people, right? Or they share it with a couple of people. Then you have 1,250 users. Let's say these people share it with 5. You have 6,250, right? Let's say these 6,250 share it with 5. You have 31,250. Let's say these 31,250 share it with 5. You have 156,000, right? My point is, it starts to grow exponentially, right? And on your 7th level, just look at this. On your 7th level, you have 156,000. Now, did you introduce those users? No, you just introduced the first 10. But because they shared it with people, they shared it with people, they shared it with people, and it just exponentially grows, you have over 6 figures, or over 100,000 users just on your seventh level alone. And again, if people are just gonna, shop and go, shop on Amazon and buy gas and, do stuff like that, guess what? You have $9,750 worth of rewards just on your seventh level alone. If you add up all the rewards in this example, you have $12,253 worth of rewards every single month. Guys, that's what is that? Almost 150,000 a year in rewards. And then you're giving to your favorite charity, which is another, benefit. But my point is, it starts growing, right? It starts growing, and it can become quite significant. If you just play around with the numbers, it can become quite significant. So again, who wouldn't want to do this? Like, if you're going to spend money anyway, right? If you're going to make these purchases anyway, if you're going to shop on Amazon, if you're going to get an Uber, if you're going to eat out, if you're going to, get gas, if you're going to do all these things, even if you didn't get involved with this app, why not download the app so you can get these rewards and then share it with other people who are going to make these purchases also every day of their life, right? And by doing so, you can start racking up these rewards, right? It can start, adding up, especially as this thing matures and grows out over time, right? Not overnight, but over time. So here's the commissions qualifications. Okay, let's say you upgrade to a paid user or a business builder, right? Here's how you get qualified. You need to have 5 people personally sponsored who fund their account with $25. Okay. Again, they're not sending you the $25 or buying something. They're loading that up into their app so that they can spend it on Uber or gas or going to a restaurant, whatever, right? So again, you get 5 people personally. They load it up with $25, right? That qualifies you. Now, again, they have to be active givers, right? So the minimum one transaction per month. So again, you want to show them how to use the app, right? They're going to want to get points, so they're going to be motivated to use the app. But that's how simple it is. Okay. Here's the ranking system. Okay. This is your personal volume, right? To rank up. I showed you that it's pretty easy to get 500 points or spend $500 a month. So again, if you have $500, you can reach the top level, right? Just by spending $500 a month. Then you have a couple of qualifications here as far as ranks. Like, for example, to become a director, you need to have 4 manager legs, right? To become an area director, you need to have 4 director legs. To become a regional director, you need 4 director legs, right? So really 4 directors legs all the way through. So to get to the top of the comp plan, you only need 4 legs, okay? And then here's some group volume, right? To get to some of these, top positions, right? So here's the ranking system. We'll talk more about this and really do a deep dive on this on another video. Just wanted to share it with you and show you what it looks like. Here's another key element that you want to be informed about. It's enrollment versus placement. Since your affiliates you enroll will naturally automatically be placed on your D1, right? Your first level. If you want to provide additional support to your existing affiliates in your group, you may place them under any affiliate on your D1 or D2. This will move volume and monthly commissions to that location as follows. So enrollment determines rank structure, customer acquisition bonus, placement determines rank volume, and monthly residual commissions. So again, you'll be able to uh, uh, place people, okay? Also, placement determines infinity bonus. Here's the affiliate compensation, the customer acquisition part, right? The CAB bonuses. So again, as you enroll people that are upgrading, you can earn $25 on your first level, right? As you move through the ranks, you're going to open up more and more levels. But even at the beginning levels of affiliate and manager, you'll earn 2 levels, right? You'll earn $25 on anyone that upgrades or comes in as a business builder, right? $25, and then anyone who comes on your second level, you'll earn $20. If you become a director, you open up your third level, and you'll earn $15 for anyone on your third level that comes in and becomes a business builder. If you're an area director, you open up the fourth level. If you're a regional director, you open up the fifth level, right? So anyone that comes in on your fifth level, you're earning $10. Again, you might say, well, $10, $15, not really a whole lot of money. This can add up. Like, I've been in this network marketing space for almost 30 years. I'm kind of dating myself there, but almost 30 years. This can add up, right? Especially if let's say you have, you know, let's say you have like 20, 30 people coming in on your second level, 40 or 50 people coming in on your third level, right? 100 people coming in on on your fourth and fifth. It can add up, especially as your team is growing and you have layers of leadership. This can become pretty significant, right? At the top position of president, you open up all seven levels. Okay, so it can be again, it can be quite significant. We'll give you some examples on another video, but this is how the cab bonuses work. Other thing I wanted to talk a little bit about is the look at this. This is the residuals, right? So on the monthly subscription, right, for people that are upgraded, right, paid members, there's a subscription, right? You're going to earn a residual, right? Let's say you're an area director, you're earning $2 on everyone on your first level monthly, $2 on everyone on your second level, $2 on everyone on your third level, a dollar on everyone on your fourth level. This is monthly, right? So again, as your team exponentially grows, like five who get five, who get five, who get five. Next thing you know, you have a couple hundred people. Guess what? You're earning a residual for every paid member on your team. Again, it can start to add up, right? These numbers, they start to add up, once your team starts to mature and then, you get into momentum. So again, we'll do a deep dive on this on another video. I just wanted to give you a flavor, but again, show you a little bit on the residual side. And then there's also leadership infinity bonus. The infinity leadership bonuses pay on all levels to the next affiliate of equal or higher rank and will be reduced as other qualifying ranks are reached. So again, this is just icing on the cake, right? This is the infinity bonus. This is just money on top of money. Okay. And again, don't let a dollar fifty, $2 fool you. This can get quite significant, especially if you have, hundreds of people on your team, right? Or dare I say thousands of people on your team. This can get quite significant. Okay. So you're seeing this very, very early on. It's sky's the limit, right? Also, there's a 50% check match that pays monthly. Should the leadership infinity bonus be cut off by an affiliate of equal rank, you'll still receive a 50% check match of his or her infinity leadership bonus. This bonus pays to two generations. So again, unlike other companies where you can actually get cut off from leaders, right? And not make anything, right? A breakaway, right? Here you'll actually still earn a 50% check match, which is awesome. And then there's the global bonus pool that pays out quarterly. Pools are funded with 2% of total global Givbux app transaction volume from all designated local merchants in all markets. Pool participants receive a share of their rank qualified pool plus any lower rank pools. Presidential directors receive a share of every pool. So these are quarterly global bonus pools. Again, these can become quite significant. So let's talk about how you become a paid member. Says here, the future of commerce is just a click away. It's a one-time enrollment fee of $149.95. So again, for the price of, a dinner, right? Taking your family out to dinner, you can start your own business with Givbux. And then the monthly technology fee is $39. That pays for your website, um, you know, documents and that sort of thing. So again, I mean, that's to start a business, that's barely nothing, right? $149.95 and then $39. Now, again, if you have users that are using the app and you're earning rewards, that would probably offset the cost of your monthly technology fee. Okay. Plus, it's also a tax write-off. Now, again, I'm not a CPA or a tax professional. Consult your CPA, get some information on that. But again, it's a business expense. So it says you're as an affiliate, you get a personal branded website to market your business, a back office to manage your business, free access to done for you documentation and marketing materials to download and share, and then customer support access for you, your affiliates, and your customers. Okay. Um, again, this goes a little bit into the bonus pools, right? Um, there's also a quick start bonus. Now, this they ran a promo a couple of months ago when they relaunched, it was last month actually, when they relaunched the company. I don't know if this is a an ongoing monthly thing. I'll have to get some information on that. But they did have a quick start. Here's the slide I wanted to show you. This is the 5 stages of adoption. And again, it's about timing, right? Timing is everything in business. I heard a long time ago that T and timing is better than the T and talent is more important than the T and talent, because timing is everything. You could be at the right place at the right time and have a financial windfall just because you were at the right place at the right time. You're seeing this at the very early stages. App has been around for a couple of years. They've done a whole lot of R&D, a lot of testing. Now we're honing things down. We have this comp plan now. Of course, there's still the free user opportunity, and they can download the app for free. But this compensation plan is, they just launched this like last month. Okay, so this is very early. It says here, innovators, right? They take the highest risks, but they also get the highest rewards. Okay. These are people that are at the very beginning stages where you are right now. If you're seeing this video, that's where we are right now. It's the highest risk because it's not proven, right? And you're blazing the trail, you're pioneering, you're a first mover, but it's also where you get the highest rewards, right? Then there's the early adopters, right? Early adopters, highest group of leadership. Then there's early majority. Says here tends to be slower in adoption process. The late majority is the most skeptical group, right? And then the laggards are the least amount of leadership, no real opinion and change. Where do you want to be, right? I know for me, I want to be here, right? I want to be an innovator and an early adopter, right? That's where you get the most reward, right? Again, timing is everything. So if you want to take advantage of this opportunity, guys, I will leave a link down below. What you want to do, okay, is download the app. Okay, download the Givbux app. It's free, right? Load it up with $150, right? Maybe a little bit more, right? But you load it up with $150, and then when you sign up, the link down below, you go to you sign up, you put all your information, right? One of the things it's going to ask you, it's going to ask you for your username that you use to set up your app. That's why you need to sign up with the app first, okay? When you're going through the registration, if you want to be an upgraded member, right? If you want to be a business builder, it's going to ask you for that username. So set that up first, put in the username, and then when you fill out the information and it's time to pay, okay, just use Givbux, right? Just use the option for Givbux, have the app open, right? If you're on your phone, have it open, and then it'll take you to it'll allow you to use your Givbux to pay for your $150, right? $149.95. So if you need a tutorial on that, I have a tutorial. I'm going to leave it down below in the description box. I'll also leave a training on how to use the app. Okay. A Zoom, there was a recorded Zoom where they did training. Not that you need a whole lot of training, right? But I'll put that training down there. You can check it out also. So this, it's a great, really cool opportunity. Okay. Number one, just to recap as we wrap up, there's an opportunity for people to get started for free, right? Opportunity for people to get started for free. Doesn't cost anybody anything to download the app and use it, right? So you can share a free app with people and still still get rewards, right? If you want to upgrade, okay, you can upgrade and become a paid member. You can also become an affiliate for free because they give you an option to become a free affiliate, and you have up to 6 months to become an upgraded member. Now, here's the caveat. If you do that and you're just doing it for free, you're not going to be able to, take advantage of the comp plan. You'll just earn as a free user, but you'll be able to have a position in the tree. You'll be able to access the back office, right? The affiliate back office, limited access, right? But you'll have access to that. And then you can always upgrade later on. Okay. If you're a go-getter, A-type personality, you just want to get this thing going, you can just join straight away and just start building. So a couple of different, ways you can, come about this. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. But we have a really cool opportunity here. And again, in my opinion, it's zero risk, like no risk really. Because look, at the end of the day, you can start off for free, try it out, earn some rewards, build up to it, upgrade later on, or become a free affiliate and then upgrade later on. There's really no risk, right? And so very excited about this, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, like I said. But yeah, jump on the Zooms. We have some Zooms coming up throughout the course of the week. I'll be posting all that inside of my Telegram. And with that being said, I will catch you on the next video. Peace.